Hi folks, welcome to FoxxTales. My name's Foxy, and today is going to be a little bit of a video on what's been going on with the channel, what the future of the channel is, and how it ties into all my other projects. So I have a list. Okay, so what I've been doing, 2021, just before the first Rumble and Grow book came out, that hopefully you've heard about, I had to get a real job again, and ended up working in a barcade for a year. I can't remember, about a year and a half. And it was an eye-opening experience, especially as a trans feminine person working with the general public. I have lots of stories. You can go back and check out my Dear Brent video from last year that talks a little bit about one of those encounters. So many, crazy. Hopefully, that's kind of what this video is about. Hopefully I won't have to go back and do that. Since then, I quit that job in December of 2022 and took some time off and kind of came back with a bunch of money saved up from that job with the intention of finding something that was more sustainable for me so that I could do more creative work and still have an income. I did not get a single callback in like 6 months, even though I do have a pretty good, robust skill set in lots of areas. Really frustrating. So I went to like a job search center nearby and was told they have a program called the Self-Employment Program that they do through the government here in British Columbia. And it is set up to help people who qualify for employment insurance and qualify for the program learn how to build and run a small business, and they're given living supports for 48 weeks to develop and build that small business. So I got into that program, and I got into that program with a photography and videography business, which is called Prismatic Fox Media. So it's kind of like the in real life version of what I do here. I help other people make YouTube videos, from the camera work, lighting, editing, setting, all that kind of stuff. I do a lot of portrait and boudoir photography. If you are a trans feminine person or a transgender person or non-binary person and you happen to be in the Vancouver area and you want your photo taken, I would be happy to do it. My rates are super reasonable, websites below, etc. I've also been spending some time learning how marketing works because, let's be honest, I don't like asking for money and I don't like self-promotion because it feels like I'm talking too much about myself. I'm putting too much about everything on me, and I don't like that as a person. As colorful as I am, I like to share the attention around. So getting used to that and how that works and my thoughts about it. Entrepreneurship is super interesting, especially because I come at it from an anti-capitalist perspective. And so having to work to pay my rent, to buy my groceries, and figure out how to construct an income out of my skills without, compromising my values is interesting, which is obviously part of the reason why I'm doing the arts and why I have all of my things structured the way they are. So what things look like now is I have FoxxTales, which is going to remain. I'm going to keep doing it. It's going to change format a little bit, but I am still planning on doing long form video essays for the channel. They're just going to be a little bit more sporadic, or at least, as sporadic as they have been. And with some shorter stuff in between, partly because I've got some advice on that, partly just because that's how much time I have. The other thing that I've been doing that hopefully you're aware of, but if you're not aware of it, I started a second business, and this kind of came out of the first Rumble and Grow book that we published, but myself and Freya, who put one of the stories in there, have come together to create a company called Anomalous Transmissions Media, which is a publisher of queer, non-binary, transgender genre fiction. So we've done science fiction, we've done horror, we're doing another volume of Rumble and Grow, volume 2, another sci-fi one in the spring. We have plans to do like a pulp adventure called Strange Dames. And we'll see where we go from there. I'm super excited about it. Everything that we've put in these books is amazing. If you want to grab them, you can do them, links below. They're on Amazon. Otherwise, if you want to contribute to one of those books, you can do that through the Anomalous Transmissions website, links below. And then I have, you know, my in real life business, which is Prismatic Fox Media. So that's kind of the three things that I've got going on. I have to figure out some way with all of that to come up with about $2,000 a month. I average between like $500 and $750 right now, and I got like 6 months to sort this out. So, what that means for this channel, I think I kind of mentioned it. There's going to be shorter videos more often. They're going to be on technical storytelling stuff. So I have, if you've seen a couple of things that I put out recently, I had done some like writer's tips, and I'm blanking on what they are because I didn't write them down. How film editing helps your prose writing, for example, or your screenwriting is one of them. So I have a couple videos on point of view and how it affects narrative distance, how it affects character, the basics, why they're important. How can AI make me a better storyteller? The importance of adaptation for a writer, the importance of using the public domain. I got a whole list. Those are kind of some of the big ones, some of the ones I already have written. So that's going to be the next like 3 or 4 months. There's going to be 1 or 2, probably 2, maybe 3 shorter videos each month. And then for Anomalous Transmissions on this channel, Freya and I are going to try to do a live stream with video on demand every week. And I will dig into doing some more longer essays with higher production value now that I kind of have a bit of a team around me, so I can actually do some stuff that I was not able to do when I had no money and no help. So that's cool. And then, so the upcoming stuff is Rumble and Grow Volume 2. That's the big one. My big project outside of these small videos right now is getting Volume 2 of Rumble and Grow off the ground. I'm writing a story for it. I've got outlined already. It's called The Epidanian Waltz. It's about bees. It's fucking amazing. I'm so excited. I hope you are also excited because it's going to be one of my best pieces. What else? I said video package, but what did I mean? Probably those short videos coming up. And I have a couple of pitches coming up in the new year to local programs. One is an unscripted video podcast. You get 12 grand to make 8 episodes of a video podcast. It'll probably be on local or broader trans topics if I get picked, but I'm going to pitch that. And then they have an unscripted where you'll get $20,000 to make a scripted one where you'll get $20,000 to make a TV pilot or a feature film. Not a lot of money, but I work cheap. I'm going to pitch a story that I wrote this year, a pilot called Felicity's Home for Wayward Cat Girls, because it's fun and it's trans and queer and about a home for like trans people who are kind of weird and left by society who need support. And so they find kind of like a collective space in this house that a woman named Felicity provides for them. And there's like magic and science and technology, science fantasy, because that's my vibe. And yeah, I'm pitching that this spring. So keep an eye out for all those things. If you want to help me directly and help me meet my goal of being able to do this full time, there are some direct ways that you can help me. And I've kind of mentioned some of them before, but number one, you get something for this, buy one of our books. Anomalous Transmissions. I get $1 for every sale from the first Rumble and Grow. I think it's 25 cents from every sale of the first SlasherFic Gothic. All of the writers get the same portion. So if you buy one of those books, you are helping out not just one trans person, but a group of trans people. If you want to leave me a tip for the stuff that I do on this channel, you can do that at www.coffee.com/FoxxTales. And every dollar goes to buying me food and paying my rent. Right now, that's where it's at. If you'd like to support me full-time and make a donation through Patreon, become a subscriber, there's a bunch of perks, among which are you get the e-copies of the books that I'm writing, you get preview copies of the stories that I'm writing, you get preview copies of the screenplays that I'm writing, some of which may not see the light of day for a long time. Also first drafts, stuff like that end up there. At the higher tiers, there's things like I will send you a book personalized. And also, if you want assistance with your writing, you can get me on a monthly basis. If you want to spend that money, I would be super, super duper happy to help you with your work. I'm really good at it. Last thing, if you are local or in like the Pacific Northwest region and you're doing YouTube, you are doing any sort of photography projects, you need a brand refresh, anything like that that I can do with my camera, hire me. And I will come there and I will do a fantastic job. Thank you for putting up with this and listening to all the stuff I have to say about all of the shit that I got going on. I want to give a big thanks to my patrons who have been with me so far and have been a huge support. I tapped the mic. Heartfelt thank you to everybody, names here. And I think that's all. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye. You're going to see me again in December, later in December, with some shorter videos. For now, I'm Foxy. Have a great night. Bye.